Hi, my name is Emily Serafy-Cox. I'm the parent of a 9th grader who graduated from Bridge Street School and JFK, and I am deeply committed to the success of our public schools. That's why I've served on the Northampton School Committee for the last 6 years. It hasn't always been easy. Late nights, high stakes, hard decisions. But when I talk to students who find joy and meaning in their classrooms, I am inspired to deepen my commitment. I have been a community organizer for over 20 years, organizing mostly with women of color to build power and realize justice together. This experience with both the dynamics of power and the hard work of solidarity has been instrumental in helping me accomplish things as a school committee member. When I first decided to run, I said I wanted to bring a fresh vision to Northampton Public Schools. I envisioned innovative and inclusive curriculum models like dual immersion Spanish programs, which embrace our diversity as a strength and are highly sought after by families. I envisioned a district that funds fair wages to retain excellent educators and staff. And I envisioned intentional plans for inclusion and equity. During my time on school committee, I have made these my core priorities and have certainly made progress on them. We have made huge strides towards living wages for our paraeducators and cafeteria workers, and made teacher salaries more competitive with neighboring districts. Inclusion and equity are now key tenets of our district improvement plan, and people are increasingly open to bold ideas like dual immersion programs. But the work is absolutely not done. In fact, we're just getting started. There are still many challenges facing our school communities. Young people are still recovering from the massive disruption to their lives brought about by the pandemic. Our special education system has to do better to address the needs of all our learners. And big decisions about the future of our schools are looming. Now is not the time to be penny wise and pound foolish, especially when it comes to our children. We need to make real plans to stop the cuts, keep quality educators, and actually make critical investments in our district's success into the future. This looks like taking a stance that any future override should include concrete investments in long-term growth for our district. Maybe that's dual immersion programs, maybe it's something else, but we shouldn't just be plugging the hole with each override. This also looks like a regular section on school committee agendas for us to strategize how to engage in state advocacy work. We can't just wring our hands and say the state needs to step up. We need to organize ourselves into coordinated action, both as a school committee within itself and in coordination with other school committees. What this does not look like is closing Bridge Street School. Yes, it's the oldest of our school buildings and the smallest plot of land on a site that would be perfect for luxury condos. But we need this decision to be made based on the needs of students first. The district tried to close Bridge Street School once before, years ago, but Ward 3 and the school community showed us how critical this school is to this town. It's our only urban school and is highly walkable, which is especially important with our goals around climate. Of course, these will not be easy decisions. All of our schools are loved by their communities, which is why we need to carefully consider both the savings and challenges of the various options and not just assume consolidation is the way to go. I know that recent discussions about the needs of schools have gotten heated and uncomfortable, but let's be real. If people just kept quiet, the students in our schools would be without millions of dollars in investment. As a community organizer, I see public discourse as the necessary fertilizer for meaningful democratic decision-making. But to be clear, I choose to avoid the vitriolic rhetoric on social media and focus on the communications and testimony I receive directly from caregivers, educators, and students, because that is what really matters here, the students. Some wise and powerful women once said, "It will be a great day when our schools get all the money they need and the Air Force has to hold a bake sale to buy a bomber." Let's imagine that future together. and then take real steps towards making it a reality.